Thank you very much. And welcome everybody to not only the Olympic Club, but the City of San Francisco. I want to say a special thank you to the members of our State Assembly who put this evening together. Thank you very much. I want to say a special welcome to residents of the City of San Francisco now, our Consul Generals, Mr. O'Driscoll, Mr. Whitaker. Welcome here this evening as well. And a special San Francisco welcome to Senator George Mitchell here on this. I have the honor of introducing Senator Mitchell, and I could be here all night, so I will do my best to be brief as we want to hear from him. But I will say that few Americans have the history that Senator Mitchell does and what he has done with his life as a prosecutor, as a judge, as a senator, and certainly now the leader of what we saw and what we are celebrating here tonight in the 20th anniversary. His father, born to Irish immigrants, and then adopted by Lebanese immigrants. His mother, an immigrant from Lebanon, who went on to graduate from the same university as our late mayor, Ed Lee, in Maine. He was an incredible senator from the state of Maine, working with President Clinton and many others. And you think about what happened during that period of time under his leadership, during a time as majority leader as well, coming out of a recession, helping turn our economy around again in our country, and giving over 20 million people access to the Family Leave Act. Things that in San Francisco we take for granted, but in Washington, D.C., it took leaders like Senator Mitchell to make them happen for our country. And it's just some of the things that he did in the U.S. Senate, and I think we would all agree we would be well off as a country if we had him back in Washington, D.C. right now. After his retirement from the Senate, Senator Mitchell was asked by President Clinton to go to Ireland, to Northern Ireland. Much has been written. History will tell the tale of his role in these talks, in this agreement, especially drawing up the principles of nonviolence to allow the talks to continue, earning the respect of all parties in Northern Ireland and throughout the island of Ireland. And through his leadership and negotiations that we are here this evening. And I want to share one quick personal story that I shared with Senator Mitchell briefly earlier this evening. I was a student that year for about 2 years at University College Dublin doing a degree in politics. And I remember going over there and asking them why they call it politics. And they said, because we're not cocky enough like you Americans to consider it a science. And it was an interesting experience, my first time living abroad in Ireland, anywhere for that matter. And I was 22, 23. It was a tough year being an American over there. I mean, let me be clear, it was the time of my life as an individual. But to be over there as an American was the year of the Monica Lewinsky scandals. And to be quite frank with you, it was a time where people abroad were making jokes and making fun of our government back home. And you take that very personally as you live abroad. And then came Senator Mitchell, and what he did up in Northern Ireland. And he came, as mentioned him, and spoke to our university immediately afterwards. And I will never forget being in that room as an American. And all of my classmates were there, of course, our politics department was there. And as Senator Mitchell walked in the room, standing ovation from everyone. And I will tell you, to this day, that is the reason that I decided to get into public service myself. And to this day, is the day that I've been the most proud to be an American, was the day that Senator Mitchell came to talk to UCD. So with that, Senator Mitchell, as you come up,